My wife secretly swapped out my sperm at the IVF clinic with her exes, so I quietly swapped her eggs with my ex-girlfriends and swapped my sperm right back in while I was at it. 20 years later, her precious ex shows up at our door. Son, I'm your real dad. My boy sidestepped him like a pro and shot him a look of total disgust. You? Don't even try it. Bi Yuntao is my real dad. That's my boy. I gave him a proud pat on the shoulder, then spun around and clocked Qin Shaosheng right in the face. You got some nerve trying to claim family with me. Lu Ruyan shot up from her seat and rushed to help Qin Shaosheng up, pointing at me and screaming. Bi Yuntao, have you lost your mind? You think you can just hit Shusheng whenever you feel like it? He raised his hand like he was about to hit back, but before he could touch me, Xiao Tao stepped in and cracked him clean across the face. You want to touch my dad? Check with my fist first. Liu Ruyan froze, shocked and furious. She raised her hand to slap Xiao Tao, but Qin Shaosheng grabbed her arm and fake sobbed. Ruyan, don't. This is our own flesh and blood. Liu Ruyan dropped her hand and glared daggers at Xiao Tao. If it weren't for your birth father, I would have laid you out right here. Oh yeah? I'd love to see you try. That sharp look in Xiao Tao's eyes was exactly like me back in the day. I felt a wave of pure satisfaction. Just then, an elder from the family cleared his throat, trying to get control of the chaos. All right, everybody calm down. Ruyan, you called us all here today. What's this actually about? Liu Ruyan linked arms with Qin Shaosheng, all lovey-dovey. Actually, I have something important to tell everyone. Xiao Tao is not Bi Yuntao's biological son. The doctors said his sperm quality was too poor, so to spare him the embarrassment, I quietly used Shaosheng's instead. Ha. This woman cheats and lies, then has the audacity to pin it all on me. Liu Ruyan shot me this loaded look, clearly hoping I'd blow up. When I didn't react, she had no choice but to keep playing the part. I brought everyone here today as witnesses, so Xiao Tao can officially recognize his real father. Well, if Xiao Tao isn't by family blood, going back to his birth father is only right. Exactly. Bi Yuntao's been riding the Liu family name for years, keeping a grip on the business. It's time he stepped aside. The room erupted. I couldn't help but laugh inside. These relatives had been pushed out of management in recent years, stuck collecting year-end dividends, and they'd had it out for me ever since. They were dying to watch me and Liu Ruyan blow up so they could swoop in and carve up the company. I tightened my grip on Xiao Tao's hand and said loud and clear, Xiao Tao will always be my son. Qin Shaosheng put on his best helpless face. Yuntao, bro, are you really still lying to yourself at this point? What they didn't know was that I wasn't lying to myself at all. Xiao Tao is absolutely 100% my kid. Did Liu Ruyan and Qin Shaosheng really think they could pull one over on me? Back then, Liu Ruyan kept failing to get pregnant, so we went the IVF route. Before the embryo was even made, I happened to catch her sneaking around with a nurse near my sperm storage, and overheard her on the phone, giddy as ever. Shaosheng, mission accomplished. The IVF sperm has been swapped out with yours. I kept my mouth shut. I quietly handed the doctor 1.5 million and had him swap back in the backup sperm I'd set aside. And just to return the favor, I also had the doctor swap out Liu Ruyan's eggs for my ex-girlfriend's. On the day the embryo was created, Liu Ruyan and I stood there together witnessing what she called the product of their love. Qin Shaosheng looked way too excited. He genuinely thought that was his kid. The look on that idiot's face had me dying on the inside. All these years, I watched him play the doting fake dad like a total clown. Honestly, best entertainment I ever had. He thought he was playing me, not knowing he'd spent 20 years raising someone else's kid for free. I was just sitting there loving every second of it when Liu Ruyan snapped me back to reality. Stop playing tough. Sure, Xiao Tao grew up with you, but let's be real, the sperm isn't yours, it's Shaosheng's. Sounds like you're still half asleep. If you don't believe me, let's go do a paternity test right now. Oh, and I want a divorce. You've been a simp for 20 years. I've more than done my part in this marriage. When she said divorce, there was a flicker of smug satisfaction on her face, clearly premeditated. I almost had to laugh. She has the nerve to say she's done her part? I moved into her family's house for 20 years and slept alone the whole time. When I was raising our kids solo, she was off hooking up with Qin Shaosheng. When I was out there grinding to build the business, she was at clubs and luxury lounges living it up. But she had one thing wrong. I wasn't simping for her out of love. I married her for one reason, the Liu family heir title, so I could take control of Liu Group. And by now, Liu Group is completely mine. So Liu Ruyan's no longer useful to me. Divorce? Fine. But a paternity test? Unnecessary. I know for a fact Xiao Tao is my son. Dad, I believe you. I'll always be your son no matter what. Xiao Tao, you don't even believe your own mother anymore? Xiao Tao didn't even look at her. He just leaned in close to me. Just then, a young guy who looked like a college student barged in out of nowhere. He made a beeline straight for Xiao Tao and shouted excitedly, "Big bro!" The whole room went dead silent. One extra dad wasn't enough. Now there's a random brother too? I looked at that face, almost identical to Qin Shaosheng's, and I already had a pretty good idea. This was probably Liu Ruyan and Qin Shaosheng's secret kid. They'd kept it so well hidden that I hadn't found out in 20 years. You gotta say, this show just keeps getting better. My name's Liu Shaosheng. I've always known you existed. My dad always talked about you, said you were sharp and good looking. Qin Shaosheng rushed over all choked up. My boy, Dad has missed you so much. And she missed you too. We used to sneak out just to see you. That's true. I even enrolled at your school just to be close to you. Look, these are photos I secretly took of you. Xiao Tao took the photos and flipped through them. Graduation pics, candid shots after games, a moment from a debate competition where he was on fire, all in there. Xiao Tao felt his skin crawl. Some creep had been lurking in the shadows, watching his every move for years. Ruyan, what exactly is going on here? Mom, Xiaosheng is real Liu family blood. Everyone's here today, just accept him. Liu Ruyan was smart enough to know that ever since her father passed, the one who actually called the shots in the Liu family was her mother. She brought the clan elders here for one reason, to pressure her mother into accepting this kid. She figured that once her mother agreed to let Liu Xiaosheng be recognized, I'd have nothing left to say. After all, for 20 years she'd watched me defer to her mother on everything. Her mother looked at Liu Xiaosheng, then looked at me. Complicated expression, no immediate answer. I could tell her mother was looking out for me, and I didn't want to put her on the spot, so I broke the silence. Liu Ruyan, isn't your real goal to get your illegitimate son recognized and set him up to inherit the family business? Why drag Xiao Tao into this? Even if Xiao Tao wasn't my biological son, he's still the only child I, Bi Yun Tao, will ever claim. Every asset I own, real estate, stocks, funds, including my 20% stake in Liu Group, all of it goes to him. Xiao Tao, if that's how it is, do you choose to stay with me or go with your mom and that mystery dad of yours? Mom's got a new kid now and isn't giving me anything anyway. Obviously, I'm going with dad. That's my kid. Raised him right. He flipped their words right back on them and made their whole game crystal clear. The second Qin Shouxing heard I was handing everything to Xiao Tao, his eyes lit up. He knew I had serious assets. The jewelry and real estate alone were worth a fortune, not even counting that 20% Liu Group stake. That thing was basically a gold mine. He leaned over and whispered to Liu Ruyan, "Back when your dad died, you only got 10%. But if Bi Yun Tao transfers his shares to Xiao Tao, you'd have 40%. The play here is to get Bi Yun Tao to hand over everything and walk away with nothing, then flip Xiao Tao back to our side." Liu Ruyan thought it through and figured Qin Shouxing was right, so she stepped up and put on her best loving mother act for Xiao Tao. "Xiao Tao, your little brother can take care of himself. He's not here to fight you for anything, and I'm willing to give you everything I have too. Ha, but only if you agree to take a paternity test first. If the results prove you two are father and son, you'll have to accept Qin Shouxing as your dad and treat him right." Xiao Tao glanced over at me. I gave a slight nod. "Fine, but before any paternity test, you two need to come with me to the notary's office and transfer all the assets into my name. Free and clear." I felt another rush of pure satisfaction. This kid gets it. Only what's already in your hands is real. Never trust a verbal promise. That got the spectating clan elders fired up. What Qin Shouxing figured out, these old-timers had already clocked, and every single one of them was chomping at the bit. It was like they could already see the money waving at them. Besides, they all knew Liu Ruyan had zero business sense. If it ever landed in her hands, they'd have her completely under their thumb. Yes, that's exactly right. Let me call the notary's office right now." Everyone scrambled into action like they were throwing a party, but while everyone was buzzing around, my mother-in-law pulled me aside with a worried look. "Yun Tao, you're a good kid. Have you really thought this through, giving away all your assets like that?" "Mom, don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing." And just like that, with a whole room as witnesses, everything under my and Liu Ruyan's names, except for a monthly living allowance of 100K each, was officially transferred into Xiao Tao's name. Inside the notary's office, Liu Ruyan and Qin Shouxing beamed at Xiao Tao like proud parents, already daydreaming about the day they'd run Liu Group and call all the shots. They couldn't stop smiling. I watched them play make-believe while looking at my son, who'd just become a billionaire in one afternoon. And I couldn't help but smile too. This time, I wasn't just going to bleed Liu Ruyan dry, Qin Shouxing was going to pay just as much.